everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I probably sound a little bit weird, but I got COVID-19. It's been 2 years and I managed to avoid it, and now I have it. So we made sure to be super careful in getting our money because we both have COVID, me and my husband, but all is well right now. We're doing well, we're feeling a lot better. We're definitely doing a lot better than we were a couple days ago.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh, yes, of course.
So, with that said, let's go ahead and organize our money a little bit. So, the way that we had to get the denominations this time around was, since we could only use the ATM, which we used a ton of Lysol to get, was we used the ATM, but there was only 20s at the ATM that we were using. So I have my tax money in cash because I work based off of tips. So I went ahead, and I have a lot of big bills, or I did have a lot of big bills in my tax money. So I went ahead and just used the tax money to exchange the bills that were 20s. So now we have all of our denominations. I won't be able to do it next time, but I was able to do it this time, so that's all that matters. Was that when we really needed it, I was able to do it. But also because of that, we probably won't have a cash stuffing video next week out because we won't have a paycheck coming in because I'm unable to work. My husband can still work remotely, but I'm unable to work, and I normally am the every other week paychecks. Like I'm a weekly paycheck personally because I work off tips, but normally I'm kind of covering the weeks that he doesn't get a paycheck, but this time around I can't really do that. So what's gonna happen is we're probably not gonna have a cash stuffing video out for that week, but I'll have a different video out to make sure that you're never without content. So let's get right into the stuffing. So I think first things first, something we should mention, when I unstuffed my husband's wallet, we actually had quite a bit left over for rollover this time around. So I believe we had $20 or $30 left over. I think 10 was from groceries or gas, and then the 20 was either for groceries or gas. So both of them, we ended up with quite a bit left over. And so the way we use our rollover is the rollover comes out first to pay things off, and then we take from our envelopes. So this will be used probably soon. But yeah, that was a super exciting thing. We've never had so much to use, or so much to put in rollover. So I was super excited about that. So while we're in his wallet, let's just go ahead and fill it up with all of his stuff. So we're gonna start out with his spending. He's gonna get one of the crusty $100 bills because I want the pretty one. And I don't think he really cares. We're gonna do 5, 3 ones, and that's 108. And we're gonna go ahead and put that in his spending. And I forgot to grab myself a pen. 1 second. All right, I have my pen now. So that we can write down how much he has. So I'm gonna put this ugly $100 bill behind the pretty one. I like the blue ones personally. I think the older ones are really ugly, if you couldn't tell. We'll go ahead and put this right here. There we go. So we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 400? I think. Hold on, let me double check. 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, yeah. So 400 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $405. It's quite a bit. He's been saving it all up since the last time that we spent it, which was the convention. He's been pretty much saving it all since then. So let's go through the credit card, whatever, the rollover is fine. No, we're not going to put anything in clothing or booze since, you know, we're both sick with COVID. We don't need any of that stuff. We are going to put $60 in eating out. Since we're going to be doing a lot of our eating out right now over delivery, we're just going to go ahead and do the $50 bill and the $10 bill. Actually, we'll do 2 $5 bills. So I don't quite have enough 10s for what I normally need them for because there was not enough 10s in my tax money. So I'm just kind of using 5s to placate for the meantime. And then nothing for gas because we're definitely not going anywhere, and for groceries we're covered this time around. So by his other paycheck that normally doesn't get cash stuffed. That one is actually one that we kind of just have automatically going to different like checking accounts and savings accounts that we have for specific things, kind of like the cash stuffing thing, except we don't really take the money out personally. So, oh, that's a little bent. Okay, I'll try to fix that later. So for my cash envelopes, we're not putting anything in Starbucks or presents or date night. We're putting $20 in the babies though. As you can tell, we're really not stuffing the things that we don't need right now because, you know, we are sick with COVID, we are out on paychecks. So we're trying to make sure that we're only spending and putting stuff for what we need or are going to need coming out of it. So, of course, it doesn't sound great when, you know, I'm putting money towards lashes and nails, but I think they're a necessity for me. So, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 is in the babies. And there we go. And then for mine, we're putting $108 as well. So we'll see how much I have this time around. I also have not really been spending too much of mine, which I know it doesn't look like it's much, but this is a lot for me to have saved. So I have 100, 200, 20, 40, 50. Wait, so 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So 270, which is quite a lot for me to have in mine personally. So I'm pretty excited actually to have that much. And I'm definitely not going to be spending anything until our next paycheck. Because, you know, we're not really going to do much until then, so I should be able to save even more for next time. And then, okay, we will get into our savings / long-term priority binder. I'm trying to like keep a name for them, but like they're kind of just prioritized however I normally think of them. It's a little hard to explain, but this will actually be the last time that we put our 10% that we normally put into savings, because we are going to hit the 2K threshold this time, which I am super, super excited about. So the whole goal was to get this to 2K and then to switch our 10% amount of each paycheck from this one to emergency. So emergency is our next one, and once we hit 5,000 in emergency, we'll probably go right back to putting 10% into savings. But until then, we are going to start putting our 10% into emergency, which I'm super excited about, especially because emergency is really what's getting us through this COVID period. We consider this an emergency. We're kind of using a lot of money from that to help us through. So I think that this is going to be a really exciting thing, that right after we use a lot of our emergency fund, that we're going to be refilling it as fast as possible. So I'm super excited about that. So we have 1K, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100. So 1,100, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Oh, did we take out a savings? Because that should have been the last one. I think we took out a savings because that should have been the last one. Okay, I guess we're going to put 10% in more for savings until it hits 2K, because this is only 800. And this is, I forgot what it was. So hold on, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So this is 1,853. So I believe we did use some of it. And I did not remember. 853. Alright, well, that is perfectly fine. Next time we'll put 10% as well. Once we hit 2K in savings though, we're going to put the other 1K into investments, where the current 2K, like 1K that is right here, is sitting. And we're going to leave that alone. We're trying to not use any of savings and just leave this completely alone, and if we need any money, to use it out of emergency. And then if we don't have it in emergency and we really, really need it, if it's like that bad of an emergency that even emergency is not cutting it, then we would take out a savings. But we want to make it so that savings doesn't move. So emergency right now is getting 20. I know it's not a lot for how much we're using of it, but it is what we can put in it right now. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 540, 545. So we still have quite a bit in there. We're almost to 1K, but I'm not going to count on it this time just because, you know, we're using out of it right now. So don't want to try that. So we're going to put $20 into medical because my medicine expenses are coming up soon. So I got to make sure I can cover that. My Adderall, I think just my Adderall right now is going to be the one that we're going to have to pay for soon. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74 is how much we have in medical. So that'll definitely cover it. That's actually more than enough. And then for apartment, we're going to go ahead and give it $10. I'm going to give it a $10 bill because we don't like fives in the apartment one. We don't really use them. Apartment stuff is always expensive. And once again, I'm saving for a couch. This time, I'm only trying to save for the couch. I'm not going to try to use it for anything else, but if it comes up that we need to use it for something else, then we're going to use it. But this one's still, this one's still primarily for the couch. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93. So we're almost back to that first 100 that we had. We have 93 in apartment. And then in travel, so we just came back from a trip, which is actually the really really difficult part about this is we came back from a trip and then the next day started feeling the effects of COVID and then found out we had COVID the next day. So we just got back from a trip, so travel's completely empty, so it only has $10 in there. But yeah, it's a whole ordeal. We think we got COVID from a friend that we were staying with. We're not too happy about it, but it's perfectly fine. And then $50 for car maintenance. So then car maintenance has 100, 20, 40, 60. So 160 in car maintenance. And we didn't find out till last minute on our way back that person had COVID. So I promise we were not trying to spread COVID all over the place in the airport and whatever. We were trying to be safe about it. It just didn't work out. So 20, 40, that is not 20s. This is 100, 200, 300, and 320 is how much we're putting into wedding. So we're going to be putting large amounts away into wedding in order to get to our goal before the wedding happens, which is next year in October. So you're going to see large amounts go into wedding. And next week, since we're not going to have a paycheck, the week afterwards, we're probably going to put around $640. So that's going to be a big chunk of our paycheck that we're going to try to get through with, but that's going to be how much we're going to put towards wedding next time. So you'll see a large amount of our money disappearing into that. So right now we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Oh, we almost have another 1,000. So that was what, 800? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 900, sorry. 950, 70, 90. We have 1,000 right here. Oh my God, I'm holding $1,000 for wedding. That is insane. The last time we held $1,000, that was our deposit, and we got our date secured. So this is so insane that we're already at 1,000 again. So we're at $1,002 for wedding, and I might end up putting that money into an investment account. Not expecting it to grow very much, but any extra money to help with the wedding is very welcomed. So we'll do that. For honeymoon, we're only putting $40. Obviously for honeymoon, it's a lot smaller of a cost. So we're just trying to put a little bit here and there. And anything left over from wedding is going to go towards honeymoon. So it's a whole thing. But that's why honeymoon doesn't get as much as wedding. So we have 1, 2, 3, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 520, 525, 530, 530, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 534 is how much we have in honeymoon. So that is super exciting. Let me go ahead and write that down. For subscriptions, sorry, we're passing house this time, but subscriptions is getting $10. Subscriptions is a fairly new one. Last time I think I didn't have an envelope for it, but I did find one that I made previously and I'm using that. So we have $20, $25, $30 in subscriptions. And of course, there's something that I didn't make the envelope for, but I do have a separate envelope for up here. We're not doing life insurance, but we are doing gym membership. So we're putting $20 into gym membership. And right now, especially because I'm sick, I was planning to make the envelopes around this time, but right now, since I'm sick, I'm going to be using these ones and throwing them away as soon as I'm done with my sickness. So as soon as I'm out of quarantine, I'm going to be throwing a lot of things away, which makes me really sad because they're so cute. But I'm going to be throwing all the little ones away, Lysoling everything else. And yeah, so I'll make the new envelopes as soon as I'm out of quarantine and have free time. So we have $60, $70 in gym membership. So that is all covered now. I just need to hand that off to my husband to put credit card. I'm so sad to see these ones go, but I'm sure I'll find other ones that will be just as cute. So that is all for the savings / long-term sinking funds envelope. And then we've already done those two, so we're gonna go to John, who is my husband's personal long-term savings. So he has $10 going to both gaming and to his desk / computer. So $10, there we go. So gaming has 20, 40, 50, 55. Now, both of them are gonna have the same amount, so I'm not gonna bother counting the next one. So they both have $55. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the money in there. And if you can count really fast, you definitely counted that it's the same amount. So if anybody's worried, I promise I'm doing a quick count as I'm moving things around. So we're gonna go ahead and put some money into my personal long-term savings ones. I have contacts getting $20 because no matter how sick I am, I still need to be able to see, unfortunately. And unfortunately, me being able to see costs quite a bit of money. So we have 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 175, 176, 78. 178 in contacts. So we're actually getting pretty close to the amount that we need. So that's really awesome, especially because I don't need it anytime soon that I know of. So $5 is going into nails, just to add a little something. I'm not going to be able to get my nails done for quite a while. So just when I need to get my nails done, I might do something cute to celebrate, you know, overcoming COVID or something like that. So back the day that I started feeling a little sick, but I, decided I was feeling sick. I didn't want to get my lash tech sick, of course. I love her. So I decided I wasn't going to go to get my lashes done, my fill, when I was supposed to. And then I found out I got COVID the next day, so I was really, really glad I didn't go to her. But yeah, that means that I'm gonna have to get a new full set instead of just a fill, which is super unfortunate, but I'm putting $20 there because I have enough for the fill. I don't have enough for a full set yet, so I'm gonna save up for a full set again and get that going. It's super unfortunate, but it is what it is, life happens. But the full set costs about $150. I tend to tip $20 on top of that, so I'm saving about $170 for my full set, which I know is a lot for a lot of people. But it's something that, once again, I'll repeat it again, it makes me feel taken care of, it makes me feel clean, it makes me feel like my life is put together. It's a very artificial thing, but it's something that makes me happy, something that I think is important to me. So it's something that my husband's okay with me putting a lot of money towards, so it's, it's part of our budget. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100 in here. So I have another $70 to go before I'm allowed to get my lashes again. And I'm gonna take my time with saving this up just to make sure that I have enough to get my lashes. So we're not putting anything into car, but we are putting something into YouTube. If I can grab the envelope. We're putting about $60 into YouTube to ensure that I can pay for this week and next week, which is super important to me. So this is a necessity that, once again, my husband and I have talked about that we're perfectly fine with putting the money towards. So this 20, 40, 60, 70, $80, which should cover this week and next week. So that is paid for the next 2 weeks for my video and my thumbnail. So I'm super excited about that. And then all that we have left is $52. And my SD card keeps running out of storage. I'm so sorry. But all that we have left, I hope that you heard the rest of that rant. If not, I'm so sorry, cut out. But all that we have left now is to just stuff the 52 envelope for our 100 envelope challenge. And we have that right here. We actually have extra $1 for some reason, so I'm gonna put that back in taxes because I think that's where it came from. But we have $52 going into the into the 100 envelope challenge, which is super exciting because what that means is that we've done a ton of them, a lot of big numbers, and we really haven't touched any of the lower numbers, so. That is super exciting. I've been keeping them all in a separate, in my little drawer that I have. So this one will actually go right here. And as you can see, we've been doing 22, 52, 53, 60, 70, 78, and 91. So we've been doing a lot of really big numbers. Not a lot of small numbers have been filled. So that's super exciting. We're already saving a lot with this 100 envelope challenge. I'm so excited. And this 100 envelope challenge doesn't have a specific goal in mind, but a lot of it's probably going to go into wedding. A lot of it's probably going to go into emergency or just straight savings. A lot of it's just going to go into the large sinking funds and savings goals that I have. So I'm super, super excited about this. It is going super well. And yeah, next time you see me, I will probably have some other savings challenges that I'm going to make for myself ready to go. And yeah, I might list those on an Etsy page if you guys want to see that. Just let me know. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that your days go super, super well. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if I did anything wrong, because I have an extra $1 here, so I'd love to know if that was a mistake or if I just counted wrong somewhere. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I love you very much. Bye!